That night, the silence in the town felt different. Too heavy, too thick, as if even the wind had chosen to stay away. A small house stood at the edge of the road, its windows dimly glowing with the last candle of the night. Inside, a young woman sat alone, staring at the front door, her hands trembling slightly, though she wasn't sure why. Nothing unusual had happened, and yet, something inside told her not to close her eyes. Earlier that day, she had received a plain envelope slipped under her door. No name, no address, no stamp. Only 3 words written in uneven handwriting. Don't trust them. She had laughed nervously at first, thinking it must be a prank. But as evening fell, she noticed small details, like her neighbor staring too long at her window, or the sound of footsteps pausing whenever she turned the lights off. Her instincts told her the message was not a joke. Hours passed. She poured herself tea, though her hand shook too much to drink it. The clock ticked loudly, each second stretching like an eternity. Then, knock. Just one. Slow. Firm. She froze. Who would visit at this hour? Gathering courage, she peeked through the curtain. No one was there. Only the shadow of the tree swaying gently. Her chest tightened. When she turned back, the envelope was gone from the table where she had left it. Her mind spun. Was someone inside? She checked the doors, the windows, all locked. And yet, the envelope had vanished. A faint sound came from upstairs, like the dragging of a chair. She lived alone. Slowly, she climbed the stairs, her heart pounding louder than her footsteps. When she pushed open her bedroom door, everything looked normal. Until she saw the mirror. Across its surface, smeared in what looked like dust, were more words. Don't look behind you. Her breath caught. She wanted to run, but her legs wouldn't obey. Slowly, against every instinct, she turned. Nothing. Just her room, silent as ever. She wiped the mirror, hoping her eyes had played a trick, but the words were still there, carved deeper, sharper, impossible to erase. She backed away, tripping against her bed, and fell hard. The light flickered, and then the candle downstairs blew out. Darkness swallowed the house. Only the ticking clock remained. Then came the sound again. Footsteps, but heavier now, deliberate, moving across the floorboards below. She tried to stay silent, to slow her breathing. The steps reached the bottom of the stairs. She wanted to scream, but something told her to wait, to listen. Whoever it was stopped halfway. The silence was worse than the sound. After a long pause, the steps turned back and faded into the night. Morning brought no comfort. When the sun rose, she found her front door wide open. On the floor lay the envelope again, but this time it wasn't empty. Inside was a photo, her, asleep in her bed, taken from just a few hours ago. She dropped it instantly, her skin crawling, her mind refusing to accept what her eyes saw. Someone had been inside. Someone had stood just a breath away while she slept. From that day, her life changed. Every night she heard things, the faint whisper of doors closing, the rustle of papers, the sound of breathing when she was alone. Friends told her it was stress, paranoia. But then, one by one, they stopped visiting. Some avoided her gaze in the street. Others crossed the road when they saw her coming. The same neighbors who once smiled now locked their doors tighter when she passed. The warning echoed in her mind. Don't trust them. One evening, determined to end it, she set a trap. She left the house unlocked, lit every candle, and sat silently in the dark corner with her phone camera ready. Hours later, when she finally drifted off, a faint creak woke her. Through her half-closed eyes, she saw a figure step inside. Slowly, carefully, it moved toward her bed, unaware she was watching. She raised her phone to record. The figure froze, as if it knew. Then it turned its head, not to the bed, but directly toward her hiding place in the shadows. The phone slipped from her hand. The next morning, the phone was gone. In its place was another photo on the table. This one showed her, wide-eyed in terror, crouched in the corner with her phone raised. The figure had taken the picture while she thought she was in control. She felt her reality crumble. Whoever this was, they were always one step ahead. They weren't just breaking in, they were watching her every move. Days blurred into nights. She barely ate, barely slept. Her walls began to whisper with paranoia. But one detail haunted her most. In each photo left behind, a shadowy outline reflected faintly in the background. Always the same. A neighbor. The one she thought she could trust. She remembered their polite smile, their harmless conversations. And now, the thought of those eyes watching her every night made her stomach turn. One final night, she decided to confront it. She bolted her doors, locked every window, and armed